Hey Les. I'll just wait for the broadcast to go out on Facebook. Hey Les. Crazy times, hey? Jeez. Welcome, Facebook user. Welcome, people. What a time to be alive. If you are on Facebook and you haven't been to my lives before and you are after a reading, please put your name in the comments because I cannot see who you are. Facebook doesn't let me see you. Hey, Santi, welcome. Welcome, brother. So nice to see you. Oh, hey, Will. Cheeky Will. Welcome, Pralad. I'll just wait for a few more people to trickle in. What's going on with my Instagram? Awesome. How's everyone doing? Tumai. It's one of my favorite people on the planet. Not that I'm biased. Everybody's my favorite. There's just a lot of beautiful shining stars. Awesome. All right. Welcome, everybody. Okay. So thank you for joining me tonight for, welcome, Rowan, for my weekly power animal readings. I see these lives as an opportunity to connect with you guys and, you know, have a quick chat about, you know, my perspectives on what's playing out and any insights I've gotten during the week, as well as an opportunity for two beautiful souls to have a power animal reading. So if you're new to following me here, the way it works is if you just put your name in the comments, I will take that that you are interested in a reading. Basically what I do is when I connect with someone, it's like a curtain opens up on my right-hand side and any number of animals start to step forward, but really it's the one that's ready right now, and it is a power animal. A power animal is different to what I refer to as your spirit animal. What's the difference? Power animals, they come and go. They're animals that are there to share some form of power with you. It could be the power of protection, power of insight, power of confidence, power of speaking, you know, speaking your authentic truth, power of clarity. There's seriously that many powers. Whatever, you know, ability would enhance the human experience. Trust me, there's an animal that will share a power that shares that. Someone's giving me their number. That's very beautiful. But these animals are not us, okay? These animals are choosing to journey with us to support us as humans, but they are not us. The difference is you have one spirit animal, and that animal you were born with, that's an animal that you die with. It's a part of who you are. It's part of your identity. That animal I connect in only when I do my group sessions, as well as I do them one-on-one because they're a much more in-depth process. Thanks, Tumai. All right. So yeah, the spirit animals I don't do on these lives because they require a more in-depth process to reunite yourself with this animal. Okay, awesome. Instagram's funny tonight, but let's begin. Please also use this opportunity to ask questions, but yeah, I love sharing this stuff so much. Okay. Oh, there's beautiful people out there. If no one will, funny Will. There are, okay, there's plenty of people. Let me see who I'm drawn to. Maybe before I do this, because I know there's still some people jumping in. I know wherever you are, especially in Australia, it is freaking hard right now. It is freaking hard to the point where I feel like each of us is being pushed beyond anything we've been pushed before in some fashion. I mean, I'm doing this on a freaking full moon, and we're leading up to, you know, the spring equinox. This full moon's in Pisces. This is about our emotions and feeling things to the extreme so that we can actually shift and heal in a way that we haven't before. And I honestly feel, based on what's going on for us, is we're being pushed to shift and heal like never before so that we can actually create something new. We've come into this lifetime with our baggage, obviously, our parents' baggage, our grandparents. Goes back, the way I was shown, at least 5,000 years. We've all got that in our DNA. We carry so much trauma because that's just who we are as humans. We've got gifts, but we've got so much trauma that's layered on top of the gifts that we've got. And now there's a real opportunity. Bless the dark, okay? Bless the dark has given us an opportunity to really feel this crap so that we can shift these traumas. And so whatever's going on for you guys, seriously, see it as an opportunity of a lifetime. It's freaking hard. There's no sugarcoating it. But you've also got an opportunity to really look at something face to face, and the tools are there. The tools are there. The people are there. The support is there. Animals are definitely part of it for whoever's ready. But you have everything you need inside of you. That's why you came. That's why you chose to incarnate at this time. You're one of the shining stars that's to lead humanity. We've got to get the job done, guys. We really do. Welcome, Raven. Tumai. Very funny, Tumai. We will talk about your spirit animal another time, Tumai. That would be one of your power animals, my dear brother, because your spirit animal is you. So I highly doubt that you're a sloth, you funny man. Okay. Next, Dan will say all Victorians must wear a fitted oxygen tank starting. Seriously, yeah, that person is not really a person that is here to support any human on this earth. It's like the tower. Things are crumbling for us to rebuild. Thank you, Raven. I actually had a dream of towers collapsing. I had a dream. This was probably about 4 or 5 nights ago now. I can't remember. And or maybe I even shared it in the last live. I can't remember. But, yeah, no, I actually had a dream of towers collapsing. And I was given a heads up that it was one of them was going to collapse. And my children were in there. And literally I managed to get in there. I grabbed my children. And nobody else is running out of these towers. Nobody else. And I'm like shouting to all these people, get out of the towers, guys. The towers are about to collapse. In fact, I knew who was exploding these towers. When I actually got there, the first floor had exploded already. And so I had been privy, if you will, to know that these towers were about to collapse, and nobody was getting out. In fact, there were bystanders that were just standing there, and there were people in the towers that just didn't give a crap. They were listening to me, but they weren't. And they stayed in there, you know, and people actually that I love, they were in those towers, yeah? And then those towers exploded and collapsed in front of me, and I woke up from the dream. So, yeah, that's pretty much because they feel safe, Stockholm Syndrome. Absolutely. They feel safe. They think that they can trust what's being fed to them. And I have a lot of compassion for them. But, you know, that's not our journey. If you resonate with, you know, with this stuff and with whatever I have to share, then I can guarantee you're on a different path. Hey, Casper, you're on a different path. And you don't resonate with the masses because you're here to actually do something that they're trying to suppress. So I really invite you to go to those darkest moments, those darkest places, because there's gold there. I promise you there's gold. Would love a power animal if you feel drawn. Facebook user, you'll need to put your name because I cannot see your name on Facebook. All right, I can talk about this till the cows come home, but I'd love to do some animal readings and then we can talk about more after. Okay, let's see. Who have I got? Let's see. Do you know what? I see your name a lot, Prahlad. You've jumped out at me. So I'm going to honor you, brother. Yeah. So your name just keeps on jumping out at me. So just bear with me. Let's see who wants to come forward. Oh, awesome. Okay. I have a snake, brother. I have a snake. This snake says he's been with you. Let me just see actually who he is. It's one thing for me to see a snake, like I see the whole image of a snake, but I don't necessarily see its head or its pattern straight away. That it's like an image that starts to become more and more vivid the more I connect in with it. So it started off as a snake, and I'm just waiting to see what type of snake it is. Awesome. It's a red belly black snake. I love that. Usually I see those with the women, so there's a very strong fire that this snake brings forward. Let's see who you are and what you've got to say. So it's a red belly black snake. He says he's been with you since the age of 5. To be honest, I see this so often. It happens to be the age where these protection animals come in, because that's usually when our spirit animals move to the background. And why is that? Based on my experience with my own experience, as well as when I've worked with clients for God knows how many years, the spirit animals move to the background because of a change in our identity. We need to adapt. And age of 5 tends to be the time we've started school. It's when we're most impressionable and we've needed to adapt. So what has been the situation for a lot of us is a power animal comes in its place to support us. This red belly black snake male came in at the age of 5. He literally has had your back as best as possible because it's been unconscious, right? So it's been a one-way street, meaning because you haven't heard or known about him, he's not been able to share as much power of protection, and there's something else he's going to tell me in a minute, power of protection as much as he'd like, but that all changes now. Because you now know he's there, Prahlad, you can connect him with him. I'm waiting to see where he positions himself. Okay, so he's wrapped around you, but he comes over, what's that? No, that's my left. Okay, so that's my right. He comes and puts his head on your right. This is your right. Yeah, I'll have to just check because I'm looking in the mirror. Your right shoulder, Prahlad. There's something about your right shoulder. Usually the way these protection animals work is they position themselves in our weakest spot. I believe it's astrologically, our weakest spot, because that's where we are vulnerable from an energetic perspective. So he's chosen to wrap himself around you, but his head actually comes over your right shoulder. So all you need to do, this is how cool this is and how easy this is. All you need to do is, I'm going to say imagine. Now, imagine is actually real, or to imagine something is actually real. It's a concept that they've conditioned us to believe that when we imagine something that it's false, that's BS. And I could go into that. If you actually look up the word imagination, it's made up of wise men, magi. They were the magicians. Anyway, I digress. Prahlad, all you need to do is imagine you've got this beautiful red belly black snake. Look up what one of those looks like if you want to, get more detail on its physical features. But it is a completely black snake with a red belly. Incredibly sexy animal, mind you. I love them. They're my favorite snakes, for those who know me. So he's wrapped around your abdomen and his head comes all the way over your right shoulder. All you need to do is imagine him there. That's literally how easy this is. You imagine him there, okay? In those moments, he's protecting your field, okay? He's protecting your field. He also says he's doing his best to keep you grounded. So at times where you are feeling all scattered, up in your head, at times where you're struggling, at times where you've got to have a conversation with someone that normally might intimidate you or make you feel uncomfortable, to connect him with this snake. And you've got access to that power of protection, that power of feeling grounded as well. But like I say a lot on these lives, the more energy you share with him, the more power he can share with you. It's a relationship, okay? It's not just something that you can, pretend is there one time or another and ignore it and hope it's strong. No, the more time or energy you spend with these animals, believe me, the stronger this relationship gets. And test it, yeah? I always encourage people, get out there. I'm not saying get yourself into trouble, but, go into places or have conversations that normally would feel uncomfortable. Or go into a place where you know that, I don't know, the energies are crazy, just so you can see how you might feel slightly different. Have a practice, because all it really takes is one really powerful experience for you to trust and believe in something as strong as this, and it's a game changer. I wouldn't be sharing this if I couldn't work or share my own experiences. I've tested these or worked with these animals for so many years, and the people that I teach this to have had so many incredible experiences themselves. That's why I say this stuff works with conviction. And it is something that Indigenous cultures have known forever, and it's us Westerners that have missed out on this incredible opportunity, right? So I hope that's clear. If you do want to know any more, Prahlad, please feel free to reach out to me. But you have a red belly black snake as a protection animal, as well as he's supporting you in getting grounded. And that's just the beginning, brother. All right. But he freaks me out when I connect him with him. I'm not sure who that is. It just says Facebook user. If you have an animal that is working with you and you are scared of it, it's part of the incredible opportunity. And I get this all the time. It's the snakes, the spiders, the scorpions. Some people are even scared of birds. And, there is such an opportunity to shift this fear of, essentially it's a fear of yourself, right? We're afraid of those parts of ourselves that we don't want to see or intimidate us. And they've planted a lot of this in our consciousness just so that we can't access what's possible. Casper, love my team. Yes, you've got an awesome team, Casper, animal team. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, no worries, Prahlad. I'm glad I could help. Be curious to know how you go. Like I said, test it. Yeah. Have a play with these animals. Well, this is now the animal that's certainly revealed himself. But yeah, go out and experience it. Enjoy it. They're amazing, especially right now. Yeah, I'm going to say this because it's so true. There is so much crap around us right now. There's so much fear around us right now. You just need to go to the supermarket. You just need to go to freaking, cafe, and people are in fear all around us. Where does that fear go? Where does that energy go? Man, it goes into any person they're around, and it goes into the collective consciousness. So you can't really escape it right now. It is everywhere. So having these protection animals is so critical if you want to have that next level of strength. And it's almost like water off a duck's back. If you're finding that you're struggling with these energies, man, these animals they're incredible. They're absolutely incredible. Okay, so let me pick another person. Hey, Sam, let me pick another lovely soul. Instagram. Hey, everybody on Instagram. Leslie, I'll come back to your beautiful questions in a minute. Let me just get one more beautiful person to do a reading for. And I know you are struggling, Santi, so I've been drawn to you as well, brother. Okay, let's One Bear. I love that you call yourself One Bear. I think that's beautiful. One Bear it is. Okay, beautiful. One Bear it is. Let's have a look. Zombies. That's it. They are zombies. They've had their life force zapped. Well, they're giving their life force to be zapped, I should say. Anyway, I digress. Let me just focus on One Bear. One Bear. Let me see. Oh, I love this. You're not going to be surprised with this. Look, I wasn't sure why you'd called yourself One Bear. I thought maybe your spirit animal's a bear, but it's not. That's not who stepped forward because spirit animal, they know they're not meant to step forward when I do these readings. I actually have a bear that has stepped forward. So it is one of your power animals, my brother. Let's see. This one actually says it's a black bear. I'm being shown a black bear. I love them. Show me more. Hey, thank you. Same age, 5. Gosh, that's the year of so much change. So this bear has been with you since the age of 5 by your father, sister. Well, they on some level, they knew what was coming for you regarding a bear. But anyway, so this bear has been with you since the age of 5, Santi. Let me see where he positions himself. Oh, I love that. Okay, so sometimes the animals, like you saw with the snake, sometimes they physically wrap themselves around us. Sometimes they sit on a shoulder. Sometimes they sit on our heads. It really depends on the animal and it depends on the weakest spot energetically. Well, this bear, strangely enough, even though it is a black bear, he stands upright, okay? I'm being shown upright, and he's literally behind you, okay? And I don't know how tall you are. I mean, I imagine you wouldn't be short, but he is like as tall as you, to the point where he literally has paws coming over like this. This is the image I'm seeing behind me above. Absolutely, because he's that tall. He's that tall when he stands upright. So you have a bear that has literally had your back since the age of 5, and his paws, oh my God, they're the cutest things I've seen, the claws and everything, is literally behind you like this. And he's amazing. And I'm getting so much love from him, so much love from him. And he says he's been standing behind you there since the age of 5, having your back, as well as giving you the courage. I mean, you kind of know this anyway, the courage of a bear, but also the softness. I'm being shown a real softness. And that's like, I'm feeling so much love from this gentle, I don't say he's a giant, but it's like he's giant in energy and stature. Because I know the black bears aren't necessarily massive, but he's just got this, you know how they often pull the wolves and the bears together. They're actually related from a genetic point of view. They're like big dogs, massive dogs, right? So what I'm being shown is he's just got this beautiful love, just like you would get from a beautiful, from a dog. There's a real loyalty, but there's a real softness, yeah? So anyway, so he stands behind you with his paws coming over like this. And, oh, special. I'm being shown there's a heart-to-heart. There's a heart-to-heart connection. And he's supported you since the age of 5 in having an element of courage, but there's real softness with this. There's real softness, but it's like a masculine energy, but it comes back to the heart. I've never seen this before. I love I'll talk to you about the eagle in a minute. There's a real gentle heart energy that comes from this animal. Normally when I see power animals, they show me different like strengths, but they don't go to the heart. That's a very rare thing. Spirit animal for sure. But these power animals, they never take me straight to the heart. He's literally it's like his heart is leaning against yours from the back. It's like your heart chakras are connected that way. And there's a real love between the two of you. And he says there have been moments in your life, is my brother Bear, absolutely. He says there's been moments in your life where you have felt alone and he's been there, and there's been this knowing that you knew you had someone behind you, and it's like he knew that you knew that he was there. But, just because of the Western world experience, I guess it wasn't an awareness of who he was exactly. He's so ready to take this relationship to the next level, yeah? I love this stuff. I love this. And he is adorable. He is absolutely adorable. Let's see if he's got anything else he wants to say. He invites you to stand tall no matter what. Stand tall no matter what. Don't be afraid of anything that you're faced with. You just need to feel him there, and water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back, and I'm going to do the oh my God, he's got a sense of humor. I don't mean to pull my finger up, but he goes, they sometimes do funny stuff. I don't know you, One Bear, but you've obviously got a sense of humor, because he does. And he says, if at any moments you're feeling frustrated or like you're over shit, have that energy. That was him, okay? Does he give you a name he represents with? When it comes to these animals, sometimes they do, but more often they don't, especially not the power animals. Spirit animals sometimes, but the power animals, no. I can ask him, but they don't usually come with names that they give to me, yeah? I've had people who've received the name when they're with me because they've, been able to tap into that energy. But no, they don't often give me the names. With the kids, sometimes they do. Yeah, no, I'm not getting it. But yeah, let me know if you've got any questions, Santi, because he's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. And, I've shared different experiences, or, the evidence. The universe will give you that confirmation when you tap into the protection from these animals, because your field is solid. Universe meets you where you're at. And I shared different experiences. I think you've seen some of them, but I encourage you to go and interact and check in with him and allow for the universe to meet you where you're at, and you will get that validation somehow, even if it's a dog growling, or even if it's, just someone going, whatever it is, it's just, you don't physically do anything. This is all, up here, yeah, and obviously here. But it's so cool. It's, yeah, refer to him, to my brother bear. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love this stuff. Anyway, so I hope that's helped, beautiful brother. I might just go through some questions, and there was one other thing I did want to share. Thank you. Let's see. Beautiful people. Hola, don't know who that is. Been hard indeed, and dealing with snake medicine at the moment, missing my son terribly. Oh, I get it. I'm so sorry that you have to be separate from him. It's not easy. They've put us in a compromised position where we're not able to connect with family. It's one way to break us. It's one way to break us. But you know what? It actually makes us closer, especially those that are people of the heart, which you are, brother. It just makes our connection with those that we love and those that reciprocate the energy stronger. Yeah, you cannot tear human beings apart that are connected to the heart. You just can't. But you hang in there, brother. It's a how do I say? I just saw an image of a tsunami. It is a wave, and we've got to ride it out. And you've got everything that you need. I've been dreaming so much lately. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The veil is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. So we're able to see things in a different way. And the guidance is coming through in our dream time. Like, it's next level. I invite you to write your dreams down. If you don't have a dream journal, get one, or at least, have a space where you can record your dreams. Even if you can't decode them straight away, you may want to refer to them when you come back to it. I can teach you how to decode dreams if you have a request for that. But yeah, the dreams are next level. Have a python, but he freaks me out when I connect with him. Keep at it. Get some amethyst crystal if you hadn't already. It's very good for dream call. Yep, that's my favorite. Amethyst is great for dream recall. Imagination is the gateway to the soul. Spot on, Raven. So true. Julie would love an animal. Thanks. Oh, sorry, Julie. Look, I do these every week, so feel free to be on the next live. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to reach out to me for readings. I do them on Zoom. That was nice for him to know that. Oh, bless Santi. And I'll reach out to you also no problem. No wonder I'm a hermit, says Raven. Aren't we all versions of hermits right now? And I think it's a very healthy place to be until we can be in community, you know, in physical community. It's like being around zombies. I hate going in public places, says Sam. Look, I get it. I really get it. And if there's something I can offer you, Sam, it's to push you to really find a level of power that possibly has been dormant until now, so that you can go into those public places. You know, they're going to need us to coexist, and we have to find a way to thrive in this environment. And I don't feel we should have to compromise our way of life. There are some things we may not be able to do, and if we have to grieve that, so be it. You know, you're maintaining your sovereignty, but there are some things that we need to stand up for. And being able to access certain public places, just because there's quote unquote zombies there, you should be able to enjoy yourself. I've gotten to a point where I make myself invisible with my boys just so I can get the job done. I don't let them bother me. In fact, I just feel so sorry for humanity right now. I feel so sorry for all these people that are living in fear. It must be hell. You know, if we've got our own version of the life we're dealing with, where we have to navigate this and process our fears and process the shadow work that's coming up, imagine what it's like for people that have no awareness of that. They would be living in hell right now. It's a horrible, horrible place to be in when you're just living in fear. I couldn't imagine. Behind me, sorry, I'm just going through the comments. Pleasure, Santi. John says, love the eagle you were wearing. Thank you for reminding me. Do you know, I have felt so called to share eagle medicine, because I feel that's what we all, on some level, need to embody at the moment. Eagle's been such an incredible teacher for me. I know beautiful people that have shared with me over the last couple of weeks. They've had experiences with eagles. What do eagles do? What do eagles do? They see things from an eagle's eye perspective. They're able to see the whole landscape. They don't get caught in the details on the ground. They're able to see things from high above. That's where we need to somehow pull ourselves to, or at least be allowed to be pulled out of this story, or this, this madness, and be able to see things from high up there, where I'm not saying it's great and you need to stay up there all the time, but it will certainly make it easier knowing that we're not part of the story that's cooking here, where everyone's living in fear. And you can see what resonates, and you can see where you feel safe energetically, and what's not yours to be a part of. The eagle eye perspective is a whole experience in itself. And it does involve some detachment, absolutely. But get out of the reality, I guess, that we've been conditioned to live in, and that is to see the details and get stuck in them. That's why the news is so powerful in what they do, is because they get people to focus on specific details, and they'll focus on them and stay in fear because of them. Eagle people, or people who connect with eagle medicine, will just see that and go, that's not mine, that's on the landscape. That's not mine, that's on the landscape. And just be able to stay up there for a while and just decide where to invest their energy and come down again. So that's why I'm wearing the eagle tonight, is because I feel really called to just stay in eagle medicine right now. I hope that was clear. I'll inbox you and thank you. Oh, no problem. No problem. No worries, Kathy. Thank you for that. The 3 Connect transcends. Helene, beautiful Helene, how are you? I've been separated from my 2 kids since too long. Luckily, I have my middle son with me. Otherwise, I'd go crazy. Look, my heart goes out to you, Helene. My heart goes out to you. It's just, you know what? It's not right. It's not okay that we've been put in this position. What can I say? The dark is having their loudest dance that they possibly can. We are not destined to stay in a duality consciousness forever. The way I've understood it from different Indigenous teachings is that we have come to a place at some point, or we will be coming to a place at some point, where there's no need to be in duality consciousness. There's no need for us to be living the way that we have with the dark and the light and this dance. I don't know whether that's in our lifetime. I don't know whether it's, something that's coming over a few hundred years. I don't know, but I know it's not forever. And so right now the dark is having the dance of a lifetime, but they're also extremely arrogant, and you can see what they're doing, and it's not okay. But at the same time, wherever the dark goes, the light goes hand in hand, and you'll be able to find incredible gifts in what we're going through right now. As freaking tough as it is, but you're amazing, Helene. More are awakened now, thank God. Welcome, Lulu. Yes, I'm doing Waiapu work training this week, and the eagle is part of this modality. It's so freaking powerful, Stuart. Absolutely. Yeah, you know how powerful this stuff is. I'm so glad to hear that. Do people have bees of power animals? For sure, for sure. The way it works with these power animals is any animal, yeah, can be a power animal, because if there's an animal that's trying to show you something, share an element of power, share an element of insight, it is still a power. And so power animal is an animal that's sharing some form of power with you. Why bees are incredible? I love bees. Sorry, Leslie, but I'll be honest. I love bees. It's one of my best friends. She's got a thing with bees. But bees are just such an incredible reminder of not only how it is to work in powerful community, but they create the sweetest substance on the planet. The sweetest substance on the planet. So when you have an experience with a bee, or when you have a bee working with you, it's to remind you of that sweetness and reminding you that you can actually create that sweetness yourself. There's so much more. I mean, it depends if it's a queen bee, a worker bee, but, you know, you just look at the hive and how efficient it is at creating what it needs to create. Ants are the same. They've got their own version of this, but because the bee creates the most sweetest substance on the planet, as well as their hives apparently emit a frequency that is so high, that's why people, you know, actually feel healed, or they feel that they can, you know, achieve higher states of consciousness when they sit with a beehive. It's because there's something very profound that the beehives are able to create together. It's not one bee, it's a unit, community of bees. And so I have so much respect for them. Raven Cat Star, Albatross. My darling high school best friend passed on Saturday. Oh, I'm so sorry. We reconnected again at the start of this year and are on the same page with everything. It was so lovely. I was going to Queensland in December to catch up with her. Anyway, I just had the most amazing vision of her now. She's an albatross and was flying with me on her back. Oh my gosh, I just got chills. Oh, Raven, that is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And do you know what I love about albatross is they go the distance. They're a bird that goes the distance. You know, it's not even just being able to travel. They're able to thrive and travel such long distances with minimum sustenance. Like, these birds are amazing. I love them. Thank you for sharing that, Raven. The eagle perspective is awesome. Thanks, Helene. Thank you. John, I love all animals, in particular wolves and tigers and eagles. I love their yellow eyes. Also owls. Yeah, look, you know, the thing is, when we're drawn to a certain animal, it's because of their power. I mean, there's something that you respect about these animals. There's something you admire about these animals. They have got abilities, powers, a way of navigating the world, a way of communicating with their, you know, their other members of their tribe or whatever animal it is, how they communicate with the opposite sex. There's so many different ways that we admire and have respect for certain animals. They're all different power animals because there's a certain power that attracts you or makes you afraid. But they are still power animals. So have no doubt that they are part of your team. Sorry, I'm just going through everybody's comments. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining me tonight. Holistic Growth Solutions. I've been dreaming about Wolf almost every night lately, just watching me, never getting too close. I feel safe, but terrified all at the same time. And why might you be afraid all the same time? Is because he's so, you know, so close. You know, Leslie, of all the animals, this is the thing with the wolf, is they are leaders. Yeah, they are leaders. They have to, especially when you have a relationship with a wolf, they're usually either an alpha male or alpha female that's supporting you. And it's asking you to step into that alpha male or alpha female. But what's incredible with this wolf is there's a knowing that you know, my dear, about how powerful a leader you are, and that you have a pack that is also supporting you in that leadership. And I think you know what I'm talking about, but that is so freaking cool. It's terrifying because this is an animal that gets into your personal space as well, but there's a reason for that, and I'll share that with you, Les, because it's kind of private, but that is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Glad I started doing the work 12 years ago. Good on you, Casper. Good on you. I love watching those thriving right now, quitting toxic jobs. Hell yeah. Oh my God, what an inspiration. What an inspiration. If we would all sit back and just take what's been given to us, how are we going to, I like the word that Grant Eagles used, how are we going to devolve from this situation? we have to see it for what it is. So we have to stand up for what we feel is right for us. And so I admire anyone that's pushing back and saying, no, superb fairy wren is hanging with me lately. There's a lot of people that have got the superb fairy wren. There's something very, I'm going to say magical. There's something very magical about what the fairy wren is supporting for people. So there's something, I guess it's part of, it's not a coincidence they called that bird the fairy wren. I don't know if you saw I think it was a couple of weeks back. I can't remember now. Everything just seems to be a blur. But the fairy wren, especially the male, okay, with his bright blue colouring, there's a connection with the fae, as in those beautiful beings around us that we don't see with these eyes. And there's a real invitation at the moment for us to have a deeper connection with the earth, because having a deeper connection with the earth is also going to bring us closer to those beings that we don't see with these eyes. But there's more about fairy wren, and I might message that to you as well, Caspar, because it's pretty out there. Not that that's anything not out there on here, but yeah, it's pretty out there with the fairy wren for anyone who's having experience. Have you been following by a tiny wren you as well? Okay, all right, well, I'll share. There's a lot of people having experiences with fairy wrens, or even just the little wrens at the moment. This bird, honestly, you look at the fairy wrens. I don't know if yours is a fairy wren, but I'll speak as if it's the fairy wren for the moment. These fairy wrens, especially the male, it's like you see this beautiful, vibrant bird of blue, and it just stops you in your tracks. It's like, here is a little bird that is so grateful, so graceful, so small, so seemingly petite and innocent, yet commands attention, commands a presence. And I'm telling you, it's because it's not just a bird that's there. It's not just a bird. What I was shown with the fairy wrens is, especially now, okay, I'll say it, they're our star family. They're coming, the way that I was shown this is they are picking certain birds where, and it's not all of the birds, but for those of us that are switched on and are having these experiences, they are stepping into their bodies. And so we literally have one of our star family with us. So it's the female fairy wren following me. Okay, great. Yep, it's our star family, my brother. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They come to me, it's often with the ravens, the fairy wrens, and every now and then a butcher bird. But at the moment, it's really the fairy wrens. And every time I connect in, usually it's Pleiadian. Not saying it's always Pleiadian, so I'd have to tune in individually with each person. But at the moment, it's our star family. It's like they're watching us. They want to support us, but they also want us to feel a frequency. And so if you watch the birds or watch these fairy wrens, and if you can get to a place of being centered and quiet, you might feel something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been seeing hummingbirds a lot lately, which is unusual. Can I say, Karen, I'm really jealous of you seeing hummingbirds, because I love them beyond belief. I lived in Mexico for 5 years, and I just love the hummingbirds. That is a bird of pure heart, pure joy. And if you were to see just how, I know you probably already know this, but for a bird of its size and how switched on it is, and how much they are able to thrive in that tiny body, yeah, the way that they emanate such joy and love. There's no coincidence that from South America all the way to the Native Americans, they've had the very sacred relationship with the hummingbirds. It's because they literally open your heart, yeah. But there's so much more with the hummingbird. I just love them so much. Thanks for explaining. Anytime. Look, the thing is, when you go on Dr. Google to look up a certain meaning for an animal, I share this a lot. There is so much content on there, and it's very easy to get lost on there. I'm not saying that the content on there is not right or wrong, but it's very easy to give your power away to someone else's interpretation. And so what I invite people to do is, when you do see an animal, check in first. How do you feel? Yeah, what thoughts are coming to mind? Do you have a sense of what the animal's showing you? I mean, this is what I teach, but, give yourself a chance to explore the meaning yourself. By all means, go and look at some external resource, but Dr. Google can get you lost, yeah? Dr. Google can get you lost. I do personal readings. What I do is actually connect with the animal itself. Sometimes that taps into the collective meaning of the animal. Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, no, happy to support you with a reading, beloved brother. So thank you, beautiful people. I love you all. Hang in there, yeah? Hang in there. On one hand, it's a freaking crazy time. On the other hand, it is an incredible time because of what's coming. Seriously, because of what's coming. And I just look at my children, and for anyone who's a parent out there, what type of world do you want them growing up in? Is it this one? No, I wouldn't want my children growing up in the world that's currently here. There's a lot more I want my children to experience, and not in this way, yeah? Not what's currently out there. Time to create that, yeah? It's not going to be given to us on a silver platter. We've got to create that. But before we can create that, we've got to go through a time like this. We've got to go through a time of things falling apart, because we will be creating in a way that has been difficult until now. And so like-minded souls, people who feel the same way about how they want to raise their children or how they want to contribute to the future generations, we'll all find each other. Yeah, it's just where we're going to go. If you haven't seen my dreams from last year about Old Way, you know, look up what Old Way is. Look up or how should I say, the beautiful ancestors of this land in Australia, how they used to live all those thousands of years ago, in harmony with the land, in harmony with each other. That's where we need to get back to, and that's where we're going to go. Just hold on for the ride and just do your inner work, and you'll be fine. Oh, thank you. You guys rock. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I look forward to next week. Stay strong. Don't buy the story. Be who you came here to be, and just know that you've got everything you need, okay? And the other thing I'll say is, if you are struggling, please do reach out to me. Please do reach out to me, because you're not here to sink alone. None of us are. And I know for myself personally that there's nothing worse than feeling like you're in a sinking ship and that you've got no one to help pull you out, okay? I'm here to support people. I do the animal work for sure, but, you know, I've been a women's mentor for many, many years, so reach out to me. Oh, my God, that phrase for the past 10 years, we need to go back to move forward. Yes, it's so true. We so need to go back to move forward. Damien, I'm dreaming so much at the moment as well. Seems like all night. For sure, for sure. Because the great thing is they're now able to give us so much more at night because you've expanded, yeah? Even though we're in a really difficult time, and let's just say the frequency around us is probably not as high as it's been before, if you're, you know, you're doing your inner work, or at least you're supporting yourself through these times, there's a lot more that's now able to come through. There's a lot more downloads that are coming through, as well as they're wanting us to receive these downloads. So we're healing like never before. If you do the work, yeah, and what I mean by that is, if you've got, you know, if you've got something that you're having to work through, and you actually ask your higher self, or you ask your soul, what is it you need to do about it? Are you drawn to shifting something by spending time at sea? Are you drawn to doing a ritual? Are you drawn to, I don't know, having a healing? It's different for each person, but ask the question, because your soul, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, is wanting you to get this in this life, and now, yeah, now, because we need you. Mother Earth needs you. So thank you, beautiful people. Love you all. Stay strong and keep it real. Oh, and spend time with the fire. If there's an element that's really supportive right now, it's definitely the fire. Won't do you wrong. Mother Nature relaxes me a lot when I lie on the grass and connect with her. Fantastic. That is exactly it. Because our Earth Mother has got so much she wants to share with us, and she'll give you that healing, as well as she'll help ground you. And do you know what? The beautiful relationship with her is, the more that you connect with her, the more that you'll realize that she's just wanting to hold us. Yeah, she doesn't want us to suffer with this, but at the same time, we need to heal. We need to heal. We need to heal for the last 5,000 years because of the trauma that she's experienced, but that all these humans in our, you know, in our lineage have all experienced in their own way. Yes, I sat with a fire last night. Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, we've got to find discipline. Yeah, we've got to find discipline. That's the thing. If this was meant to be easy, why would we be here? Thank you so much for caring. Oh, thanks, Damien. Hey, do you know, I'll tell you the truth why I'm committed to this, and why I'm committed to supporting, or at least, you know, I feel like I'm just gathering people, because I know what it's like to sink. Yeah, I know what it's like to feel alone. I know what it's like to think that, oh my God, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's all up here. And you know what? Like I was saying, the dark is having its way. And how does that affect each of us? Yeah, it comes from, you know, external people, but we've also got our own shadow work. We've got our own internal addictions that we need to shift. That's the dark too. And it's time for us to shift those. It's time. We don't have to suffer anymore. We don't have to suffer anymore, but it's a choice and we've got to do the work. I wish it was easy, but no, they never said the Earth School was going to be easy. It's going to be fun at some point, but easy is probably not the description I would give Earth School. All right, beautiful people, you're awesome. Have a beautiful night. Be gentle on yourself and go spend time by the fire. Thank you, guys. Love you all.